Hi there. My name's Eric, and I've decided to start this vlog. This is way outside my comfort zone. It's something that I can't really imagine that I'm doing. I'm going back to school. I have a degree. It hasn't really taken me anywhere I want to go. I put myself through school in my mid-30s. I did well, but I haven't really gotten anywhere with it. And so I'm going to start again. I think when I went to school to get my degree, again, because I was going a little bit later, I felt like I had to do something that was adult, something that was like professional and respected. Plus there was the aspect that I wanted to prove it to myself, right? Like after a lifetime of like flipping drinks at a bar and waiting tables and doing construction and, working in gyms, I wanted to do something essentially that I could prove to myself that I was like smart and capable. And I picked a pretty hard major. I got a degree in molecular biology. I did quite well, but it hasn't like really taken me anywhere. Since leaving school, I taught at a high school. I taught at a community college for a year. I ran a distillery for several years, which was pretty cool. But again and again, there was like a ceiling everywhere I went. The idea of getting a master's or getting a PhD is such a long and arduous road, and it doesn't pay that well for most people with masters and PhDs and science degrees. You just don't actually make a lot of money, and to get a grant takes literally decades. And the idea of starting my own lab when I was 60 seems absurd to me. So I, look for jobs that aren't the right fit, or like to make ends meet, to kind of check the boxes of like respectability. Each time they're kind of like either I'm burning out or the position isn't working out, because again, like I'm just trying to shoehorn myself into a mold that isn't right for me. I mean, the truth is I am playful. I've always been playful. And that hasn't really fit in a lot of the places that I've tried. I think I kept trying to shoehorn myself into things that were quote unquote adults, and I've never really fit. Like it's crazy to think that like a person can be in the middle of their life and think like I've never really found where I fit. I think like a lot of people, I have contradictions. I'm capable. I'm detail oriented. I'm willing to work really hard. I also fool around a lot. I like joking around a lot. And for me, like the best that I have to offer and my playful nature are really intertwined in a way that they can't be separated. And trying to separate them really, I feel like, sells myself short. There's the other aspect about a question I don't really think I ever like really asked myself is, what would I want to do? That's Marine One. It wasn't until recently that I felt like I had permission to ask that question. And it's a tough question to ask. Like on the one hand, like what would you choose to do? And giving yourself permission to do it have proven to be like really difficult questions to answer for me. When I ask myself like what I've been happiest doing, the truth is pretty simple. I like making things. I like making music. I've enjoyed making like crafts with wood. I've enjoyed like when it comes time to make people's birthday presents, I love doing that. I've made this and this and this and that. And I've really enjoyed the process. I really feel like it's brought out the best of me. And then when picking what to do, when picking what to go to school for, the answer was kind of obvious. I just had to give myself permission to see it. So I'm going back to school. The goal this fall is to take 4 classes. I'm taking 1 at a local community college, and then I'm taking 3 online courses through RISD. I've enrolled in these 4 classes that hopefully will kind of complement each other and give me a good sense of where I can go as a designer. The thing is, I've never been an artist. I've never taken an art class. I don't know how to draw. I've sketched a couple things here and there, but they've been like fits of pique that have turned out to be reasonable, more like frenetic luck than an established skill. It's been so easy to think about all the things that I don't know how to do. It's been so easy to think about like the ways it can not work out. And that's something that has really kind of been a hindrance for me. Like, admittedly, like, I am super self-conscious, and it's part of the reason I'm doing this vlog. It's to kind of hold myself accountable. It's to really push myself outside my comfort zone. I'm doing it anyway, and I want to see like what I can become. There's a lot of reasons already why this might not work out. One, I can't get funding for school right now. Two, like, art supplies cost money. I'm not going to be working. My computer is going to be heavily needed, and it is not, and I'm just not sure it's up to the task. I've optimized it as best I can. I've like dumped as many files and applications as I can to open up space for like Photoshop, which is completely new to me. Some of the animation software that I can't wait to use, but I'm also not sure if my rig can handle it. You know, it's one of the truths of life is like getting into the room is only part of the journey. Like being prepared, being equipped once you're inside the room is an equal part of being successful, and that's something that like really might come to hinder me. And I'm really nervous about that. I'm nervous about my own motivation. I'm nervous about being a middle-aged man going to school with a bunch of creative young people who grew up with technology, who have had access to these tools since they could walk. Like I'm gonna start from behind, and like it's really intimidating. I'm gonna try to do this with some regularity. I'm not going to try to dress it up. It's going to be warts and all, probably more warts than all. But I'm also excited to get started. I'm also excited to like see what I can create. And that's it. That's me. I'm going to go to the library now. The first of a 6-week intense RISD course starts today, opens up today. It's a digital design course focusing on using Photoshop, Illustrator. That's it. You're invited to come along. I'm so nervous. It's also time to get started. See you in a bit.